Hello everyone, this is Agent Russ and welcome back to channel. Today we are going to focus entirely on character fill. We already have a movement, gravity and capsule collision. Now we will add step offset, slope handling and better wall sliding polish. The things that make a controller feel like a real game instead of a physics demo. We are still keeping our simple custom physics layer. We are not bringing in mo.js. We are learning the fundamentals and keeping the code readable. Right now our capsule character is functional, but it still feels a little harsh. Three classic issues show up in almost every beginner controller. 1. Tiny ledges feels like invisible walls. 2. Slopes either feel too sticky or too slippery. 3. Wall sliding can jitter, especially at corners. Today we will fix all three, one step at a time, with simple engine-style rules. First, we are going to update the controller settings. Let's go to controllersetting.js. Inside here, we're going to add new properties. Right under here, we're going to say, let's make a comment first and say this one is step or slope polish. And in here, we're going to have this step height. And let's set this one to 0.35. And then we will have this dot step forward. And let's set this one to 0.25. And then we're going to have this dot slope limit tag, and we will set this to 45, and we will also need this dot ground snap distance, and let's set this one to something like 0.2. And let me add some comments here so it's actually clear. So this one is how high we can step up, this one how far forward we prop for a step, and this one is max walkable slope, and finally this one, small snap to keep grounded on gentle slopes. Next we need properties for friction and damping polish. So let's say friction or damping polish. And for this we're gonna say this dot ground friction, and let's set this something like 18, and then we'll also have this dot air control, and let's set this to 0.35, and let's comment this out as well. So for this we'll say how fast we slow down when no input, and this one we're gonna say percent control in air. So we are adding tuning knobs. This is what makes an engine usable. Instead of magic numbers in systems, we put gameplay numbers into a settings component. Let's go ahead and save this. The next, we are gonna upgrade the existing grounded component. We already have a grounded component from earlier episodes. We are not creating a second grounded component. We are upgrading the existing one to carry more information. In real engines, this is exactly how code evolves. A simple boolean turns into a richer contact description. Let's go ahead and add a comment here. And let's say this is basic grounded state, and then next we need contact info, and in here we need this dot normal x equals 0, this dot normal y equals 1, and this dot normal z equals 0. Then we're gonna say this dot slope angle degree, and let's set this to 0, and the next one is this dot, let's say is walkable, and set this one to true. And after the constructor, we're gonna say reset, and inside here we're gonna say this dot is grounded equals false, this dot normal x equals 0, this dot normal y equals 1, this dot normal z equals 0. And we'll also say this dot slope angle, let's set this to 0, and finally we'll say this is walkable, and it's gonna be true. So grounded still means grounded, but now it also tells us what the ground looks like. Let's go ahead and save this file. Next, we are going to improve capsule collision. Let's go to our capsule collision system file. Inside here, we're going to import controller settings. And if we scroll down inside the dynamics, we also need to include grounded and controller settings. And right under here, we're gonna get the settings, and it's gonna be world get component, and we'll get the controller settings. And after this, we're gonna say grounded.reset. So each frame we clear the grounded info, then the collision path fills it back in. So if we scroll down, when the collision happens, we need to store the normal and compute slope. Let's go ahead and delete this one first. And since we're resetting the grounded, we no longer need this one. And let's scroll down. And for this, let's make it a little bit better. So in here, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Instead, we are gonna say if number dot is finite distance, or its distance is less than equal 0, we'll say continue. And then we'll say penetration, and that should be fine. And right after we compute all this, we're gonna say store best ground contact. And in here, we're gonna say if ny greater than grounded dot normal y, we'll say grounded dot is grounded equals ny greater than 0.5. Then we're gonna say grounded dot normal x equals nx, grounded dot normal y equals ny, and grounded dot normal z equals nz. And after here, we're gonna say slope angle from normal, and that's angle between normal and up. And in here, we're gonna say constant clamped ny, and it's gonna be equals to mat.max minus 1, and I will say mat.min, I will pass 1 and ny. Next, we're gonna say constant angle rad equals mat.acos, and I will pass the clamped ny. And after that, we're gonna say grounded dot slope angle, and in here we're gonna pass the angle rad times 180 divided by mat.pi. Then we'll set a walkable. We'll say grounded dot is walkable, and we're gonna set this to grounded dot slope angle tag. It's gonna be less than equals settings dot slope limit degree. And let's explain here. Let's say prefer the most upward normal. So a slope is just a tilted normal. If the normal points mostly upward, we can walk on it. If it's too sideways, it's a wall. And next we can just go ahead and remove this alt rule. Let's go ahead and save this file. Next we are gonna create a new system, and let's go ahead and create a new file under systems folder. We're gonna call this ground snap system.js. So the goal is, if we are barely above the ground due to smoothing and float errors, we will snap down gently so we don't flicker grounded. So let's go ahead and import system, and now we're gonna import query. We also need to import transform, then we need to import velocity. Next, import grounded, and then finally we need to import the control settings. Now let's go ahead and create the class by typing export class ground snap system, and it's gonna extend systems. And inside here we're gonna call the update. We'll pass the world and delta time, and inside the update we're gonna say constant ents, which is entities, and then we're gonna say query dot entities width, and we'll pass the transform, velocity, grounded, and control settings. Next we're gonna create the for loop. We're gonna say for constant e of ends, and inside here we're gonna say constant t equals world dot get component, and we'll get the transform. Then we'll say constant v equals world dot get component, and we'll get the velocity. Then we'll need constant c equals world dot get component. We'll get grounded. Then we'll say constant s equals world dot get component, and we'll get the controller settings. Then we will say if v dot y greater than 0, we'll continue, and that's moving upwards. And let's add a comment here as well. Let's say only snap when falling slowly, almost grounded. Then we will say if c dot is not walkable, we'll continue. Then we will go ahead and say if t dot y greater than 0 and t dot y less than s dot ground snap distance, we'll say t dot y equals 0, v dot y equals 0. And we'll also say c dot is grounded equals true. And let's go ahead and make some comments here. We'll say if we are very close to ground, snap down a tiny amount. So just to add a clarification here, let me put as a note as well. We can approximate by checking if we are within snap distance of y equals 0 plane. And let's add a note here as well. Let's say in later episode we will do a real raycast against AABBs. So just a self note. This version is intentionally simple. It makes the controller feel less floaty. Later we will replace the visory assumption with real ground queries. Now let's go ahead, save this file. And next we are going to create another system file. We are going to call this file step climb system.js. And let's go ahead and copy this. And we are going to import the system query, transform, velocity, grounded, and controller settings. And in here, we're going to say export class step climb system. And it will extend the system. And in here, we're going to have the update. We'll pass the world and delta time. And in here, we're going to say constant entities. And we're going to query dot entities width. We'll pass the world, transform, velocity, grounded, and controller settings. Next, we're going to have our for loop. We'll say for constant e of entities. And in here, we're going to say the constant t equals world.get component e transform, constant v equals world.get component e.velocity, constant c equals world.get component grounded. Then we will have constant s equals world.get component, and we'll get the controller settings. And next we need to say only step when grounded and walkable. And for that we're gonna say if it's not c dot is grounded or it's not c dot is walkable, then we will continue. And the next we're gonna say only step when trying to move. And in here we're gonna say constant speed xz equals math.hypot, and we'll pass the v.x and v.z. Then we will say if speed xz less than 0.05, we'll continue, and t.y less than s.step height, we'll say t.y equals math.min s.step height t.y plus 0.02. So what that means is, let's actually make a comment here. So we are gonna nudge up a tiny amount per frame while moving. And let's go ahead and add some comments here as well. So this is a very simple step. If we are close to the ground plane, allow a small upward nudge. And as last file, we're gonna update this in the future. So let's make a self note here. Say this is a teaching version. In the future episode, we do a forward probe against AABBs. So as I said, this first version is intentionally not perfect. It teaches the idea. In the future episode, we will do a real forward probe and only step when a ledge is detected. And let's go ahead and save this. Now let's go back to capsule collision. I want to add a small polish here. Right under here, what we're gonna say, extra damping to reduce jitter when scraping walls. So for that, we're going to say constant temp equals 0.98. And now we're going to say v.x times equals temp and v.z times equals temp. So this is a tiny trick. When we are constantly colliding, we damp the sideways speed a little to reduce the vibration. And let's go ahead and save this. Now we are going to update the system order in the main.js. Let's go head over to main.js. First, we want to import the new system files. So we're going to say import ground snap system. And now we will also import step climb system. And if we scroll down, right after the collision, we're going to say world.add system, new step climb system. And then we're going to say world.add system, new ground snap system. So collision happens first, then we do the step climbing and snap. These are polish passes that adjust the final position. Let's go ahead and save it. Looks like I can't move the character. So let's go and check the console to see if there's any errors. Inside the console, it's complaining saying V is not defined inside capsule collision system. So let's go there. It's in 102. All right, so V. So this needs to be dv rather than V. And this one dv.z as well. And let's go ahead and save it. And then let's see if we can move it. Yes. And collision works. Let's press C. And this one works as well. And looks like we can't jump, so something is wrong as well. Let's go ahead and see if we can fix this. Let's go check our grounded component and let's set this normal y to -1 and do the same thing for reset as well. Let's go ahead and save it. All right, now we can jump. All right, let's go ahead and add a comment here to make it more clear. Right in here, let's say something like start low, so collisions can pick the best, most upward surface. So why do we set this one to -1? Because normal range from -1 to +1. So starting at -1 means the first contact always wins. And the most upward contact will win by the end of the loop. And let's go ahead and save this. So today we took our controller from functional to a game field. We started collecting real ground info, we added a snap and step logic, and we reduced wall jitter. Right now our world is just a test bed. In the next episode, we are going to build a proper test level with stairs, ramps, ledges, and tight spaces so we can actually stress test everything we built today. That's how engine development really works. You don't guess if it's good, you build environments that try to break it. If this was helpful, please subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm Agent Russ. See you next time.